Alright guys, Camaro 16 doing the heads-up display. I believe this is video 6. I'm sorry about this point. But anyway, the next video I said I would do would be wiring. I'm going to show you here. Pretty much I got it all squared away. This is what's going to go into the heads-up display module. As you can see, I got it all wired. I got it, I believe it's called Tesla tape, that felt tape. So it kind of looks factory. I now have pin 21 in here. I'm going to show you a few things, might save you some time and money. Basically, I went to the junkyard. Where is it? It's right here. If you go to the kick panel and take it off the kick panel, if you usually start there, some cars, and you go all the way back, if you got a 1-door or a 2-door car, you can sit there and get a bunch of wire all day long and do what you want. You want to go crazy and match colors. It's endless. But what you want to do is get a bunch of harnesses, and here's the reason why. Here's one I got, and it's taken out. Here's the other half of it. Again, I'm doing this on a cell phone, so I apologize. I got that out of, I believe, an Equinox. It's actually, if you look at it, it's actually the exact same one as your car. I basically wanted to use this one to take it apart, find out what my do's and don'ts, and didn't want to break my car. So what I'm getting at is, all these little harnesses, you find these harnesses all day long in the car. And then what you could do is, like for one, this was out of a different car. This harness is what you also need, and if you want to buy it new, it's, I think, $30. How to buy the switch harness. I'm actually still waiting for that and the data connection. And let me tell you something, the time of this video, if you try to order anything that comes out of the central United States, you're screwed. It's not being shipped anytime soon. They are pretty much 100% locked down, still no power, whatever. But anyway, this is the piece that you see that comes out of the, out of here. And you basically just put a screwdriver and it pops right out. What I'm getting at is, these are some of the factory wires right here. And in the write-up on Camaro 6, you know, I love you guys for doing the write-up. It's what gave me my, you know, saying, oh, hell, I'm going to do it myself. But you buy the package 100, I'm going to tell you something. I will read schematics and deal with this kind of crap every day. I'm never going to make a connection as good as that automated system does. Just go and get you some wires, or go get you some harnesses and just take this. And what I did was I just plugged it into pin 21, and then I wired it to this plug. Basically what I did was, as you can see, it's all, you know, wired nice and this and that. Here's again one of those wires, because you can see the end. What I did was, I'm going to show you the connection I basically did. I took my soldering iron, you can see it on this one. I ran it across a couple times, and then basically just cleaned up both sides. And then what I did was, when I added my wire, sorry, I'm getting notifications. When I did with the wire, what I did was I took it out, I basically twisted it around, and then I soldered it, put the heat shrink on there, and then put the pin, on the other side, put the pin back into the harness that's for the cluster here. It's very clean. You can see what I did. I'm not knocking anybody else the way they did it. Those little blue clips, I can't think what they call, but these things never work. I mean, they're just horrible. But basically everything's soldered, everything's taped like the factory wires. You see this one here, what I did was I ran my pin 21 to the harness, and that's all wired into here, so when it plugs in the heads-up display, that's done. I also tapped into the back of the cluster, and in here, and as you can see, it's all tight, it's all close. You can see kind of a hump here where I had to put a piece of electrical tape around it to hold it together. But anyway, I basically took 2 wires and I did that same step. I used my soldering iron, I got the shielding off, I wrapped the wire around it, I soldered it. So one goes to the cluster, to the heads-up display, and the other one, this is gonna go to my switch. I can grab it here and look at the camera at the same time, but it's gonna run behind here, pops out here, and there's that ground. So your connections for the switch is you got a ground, you got those two signal wires that go to the switch, and then you got that solid yellow that you have to connect to, which I believe it's right here. But again, it's in the Camaro 6, it's in the write-up. If you ever want to know all your wires in a cluster, I got a friend that works for Chevy. If you want to know what every single connection is on your cluster, there it is. Try to go slow, pan out so you can read it. But as you can see, my two highlighted is my, I don't think I told you that, but here, if you want to connect to the cluster, I saw one guy where he tapped into under his door runner. That's just unnecessary wire, but you could see where number 7 is going to be your power, number 19 is going to be your ground. And pretty much that's how I did it. Again, I'm waiting for the connection for the pigtail for the switch, and I'm waiting for the connection for the heads-up display. That's the only thing that's killing me. Can't put the car together until I plug those things in and then put everything back. But everything's going good. Sorry, babbled on. Have any questions, let me know. And hopefully I will see you, which will hopefully be the last video. All right, bye.